Hey, what's going on? What's happening? What's happening? Look at that. 10x and who's got my money? So, look, I was just sitting here. It's been a long day, long day. And I'm watching my friend Frank Lopes and all of my friends that are in the automotive business out in San Francisco right now at the NADA conference. And so I was just thinking about today. We took 3 websites live. Hey, Cheryl Coco, how in the world are you? We got 3 websites live today, and and accomplish some absolutely amazing other things that just are, it's mind boggling, honestly. I set these targets and I haven't set them with the intention that I set them today, this morning. And I really started thinking about that just a little bit ago. Like, when you're setting your targets, when you're setting your goals, a lot of people, thank you, Cheryl, and you're awesome, by the way. I was watching you on your live stream the other night. You were on fire. I mean, you were on fire. So, when you set your targets, when you set your goals, I don't know if a lot of people realize this, and I realize it, but there's times when I still don't put this behind it, and that is extreme focus and intention. Like, really, really putting intention on what you want to accomplish. What's up, Adam Webster? Marietta Harmon's in the house. I'm looking over to the right side of my screen. That's where the comments show up. I'm going to put that thing right there and see if I can see it any better. That might be better. So I was thinking about that because I set, have you ever, what's up, Jason Alt? Jason, dude, man, if you want to hop on Skype, call me on Skype. I'll add you to the stream, bro. We can talk about what you got left. What you got left there, man, because Jason has I don't know how many tickets he has left, but he has a suite at the 10x Growth Conference, and I'm in it. This guy is in it. I'm in it. And Josh Anderson is in it, and some other unbelievably cool people are going to be in this suite. It literally is right behind home plate. You're going to have a perfect view of the stage. It's going to be amazing. Hey, Glenn, how are you? Oh, there he says he's got 2 tickets left. Dude, he was selling these for $1,300, which is what he's got in each ticket. And he's dropped the price, willing to lose money to help people get into this suite and network with some big wigs up there on the suite level. And they're $995 a piece. Y'all need to jump on that. What's up, Larry? Jose, what's going on? It's a sweet suite. It really is. No joking. I said that. I said, because in the suite, I said, dude, what do we do about food and stuff? And he goes, dude, they're serving breakfast and lunch and snacks and I guess probably, I'd imagine they'll have some drinks in there. Hey, Stephanie, how are you? So yeah, I mean, let's set the intention right now, Jason, that by tomorrow, the end of day tomorrow, both of those seats are going to be gobbled up. We're going to have 2 more people say, yep, I want in. I want to be in that suite. I want to network with Jason Alt, Ken Walls, and some of the other people that are going to be in there, as well as all the other people that are up there on the suite level. So what were you? I know, right? But they're bringing in breakfast. They're bringing in lunch and snacks and drinks, and all that stuff's included in the $995, and that's for all 3 days being up on the private suite level. That's going to be pretty sweet, y'all. So make sure you get in there. But I wanted to talk about the intention that you put behind your goals. And not just goals like I want to buy a yacht or I'd love to have a helicopter or in Grant Cardone's case, a Gulfstream 550. I'm talking about the intention, the power of focus on your daily targets. See, I wrote it up there on my board right there. Right there. Set your daily targets. That apparently is a picture of me. My daughter, my 8-year-old daughter drew that. I said, "Who's that dude?" She goes, "That's you." And I'm like, A, I don't wear round glasses and look like Steve Jobs. Hey, Mindy. I said, B, I have more hair than that. Look, I got more hair than that. Who's that bald dude? She goes, "Daddy, that's you. You don't like it?" And I go, "I love it. I'll leave it up there." Oh, so look, the intention. You've got to set the intention, and you have to. Have you ever needed to? You had to accomplish this one thing, or something bad was going to happen, or you had to hit a certain target, and you go after it with this ferociousness that you're like, this is happening. I don't care. It's happening. And that's what I'm talking about. Getting that intention, that intensity behind what your targets are and setting those daily targets. I set a huge daily target this morning, and I set targets every day, but I put a different energy behind it today. And I was just sitting here thinking about that, and I can't say that I know exactly what that energy was, but I far exceeded the target, and it was a big target, and I far exceeded it. And I'm like, how did I do that? I was very intentional, and I almost had this, it was almost like I knew that I was going to hit that target, and I did. And then, we took 3 websites live today. We finished. That's awesome, Scott. We finished several other projects that have been, bogging down our queue and keeping us against the ropes. And so it's like we got all of these things accomplished today, and it feels freaking amazing on top of these other targets. And dude, that's what I'm talking. Exactly, Mindy. You have to be intentional. You have to be super, super intentional. And you have to believe that it's possible. And there's so many different schools of thought about, if you haven't achieved it, then it's hard to believe that you're going to. And I think that's wrong. I think you have to believe it first. Scott is winning. Scott was on Grant Cardone's show. He called in the other day. He was on there. That was awesome. So and that's winning, dude. When you can get through and be on that show, that's a win. Put that in the W column. So, it's about the focus, the intention that you set behind those targets. Really, really focusing in, honing in on the targets that you set. What's up, Mike Chavez? How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. So, gotta just work, then keep going until goal is done, then start on next. That's right, dude. You gotta just keep going. So listen, I'm gonna tell you guys right now. Let me tell you, thank you, Jason Ald. I appreciate you sharing this. Thank you to anyone who shares. I can see it. Ilana, thank you. Ilana is awesome. She's always sharing. So you have to, that's right, you have to believe it first. Write it down and state it out loud. Now, I am going to tell you the truth. I did not write this one particular target down. I didn't write it down this morning. But I knew I needed to hit this target today. I knew it. And it was a big target. I had to hit it. And I did. I exceeded it quite a bit. And I was like, man, this is unreal. Dude, thank you, Michael. I appreciate that, man. I hope you enjoy my book. So, Ken kicked my ass the other night. Well, dude, I'm also a closer. So, that's just who I am, man. I don't like to see people stuck, and I'd hate excuses. Like, I hate excuses. Like, you either are going to do it or you're not going to do it. Don't sit on the fence. Don't stand around and talk about, thank you, Mindy. Don't stand around and talk about how one day you're going to accomplish this. Just start accomplishing it, man. Don't tell the world what you're going to do. Just go do it. And set the intention. So many people, listen, I can remember when I had a bunch of salespeople working for me long time ago. I had like 27 salespeople working in my office, and I was running a meeting one day, and I kept going, man, why? I had one guy that made like $4,000 a week. Like, he was killing it. This dude just freaking killed it. And then everybody else made like $300 or $400 a week. Now, this was a long time ago, so $400 a week wasn't bad, and it was in West Virginia, and so that wasn't bad. So, but I can remember having a meeting one day, and I was angry. I was like, what? Why is this dude out there killing it, making $3-4 grand a week, and everybody else, the average is like $300 or $400 a week? Like, why? What is going on? And so I went around and I asked, what's the most you've ever made in a week? What's the most you've ever made in a week? And I went around, and nobody in that room, except for one guy, had ever made more than $400 or $500 in a week. And I was like, so I started thinking about it, and this is in my 20s. I started thinking about it, and I'm like, holy crap, they all have a ceiling. They all have a ceiling. They have this comfort ceiling, whatever you call it, mental ceiling, whatever, like, that tells them, let me get a drink of water. That's telling them subconsciously that they have this they have to hit $500. Once they hit $500, I'm on easy street. Once I get to $500 or $400, whatever the mental, subconscious mental block is, that ceiling, whatever it is, once they got there, they would stop closing deals. They would stop cold calling. Whatever it was that would keep them at that level. And so we all have a variety of different ceilings that are unconscious, and we have to learn how to break through those ceilings. You can never make $1 million a year if unconsciously, I'm not talking about walking around looking at Tai Lopez and Grant Cardone and all these billionaires that are out here driving, Lamborghinis and Ferraris and all of these fancy cars and all that. I'm not talking about that. Like, there's so many people, you see that on Instagram, you see that on Facebook, and you go, man, I'm going to get there. I'm going to be there someday. Yes, that's going to be me. And so you do a little bit, but if you have this unconscious ceiling that's stopping you, what are you going to do about that? You got to learn how to reprogram your mind. And me personally, the only way that I've found that's effective in reprogramming my unconscious mind is, dude, I got to write, man. I got to write that stuff out. I got to write down those affirmations. I've got to write down those positive goals. I've got to write down the things that I'm grateful for. And I do that on a daily basis. I've got to write down my daily targets. I've got to write down, okay, the most I've ever made in 1 week, Frank Crinitti, that man right there, for example, because we happen to share the same coach. So, and Damien Boudreau will tell you, man, it's all about what's going on up here. Mindset is everything. Frank Crinitti is Frank, you can put it in here, man. Don't be shy. You're the #1 Honda sales guy in the world or something to that tune. I don't know what the exact, but I know you're way up there, dude. So if you don't have the right mindset, your goals will be nightly dreams. Absolutely. I was talking to somebody not long ago going, yeah, dude, I get all that. I've read all the books. I understand that. But this guy was telling me I make $120,000 a year and I'm pretty comfortable at that. And I don't know how to get past that. He doesn't know how to get past it. You've got to have a breakthrough, man. You've got this $120,000 ceiling, man, and it's unconscious. It's unconscious. If you knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that you deserve more, that you're capable of more, then you would do the things that people that make $1 million a year do. And they don't work any harder. In fact, some of them work a whole lot less hard. Stop being okay with comfortable. Amen. Amen. Frank, dude, listen to Frank. Am I pointing the right way? Frank Cranitti. Listen to that guy. I don't even know where I'd be pointing, but like, listen to that dude, because he's right. Don't get comfortable or don't be okay with being comfortable. If 120 grand a year is your, like, hey man, that's, dude, like nobody, like everybody in my family made 15 grand a year. I'm making 10 times more than any of them. And dude, that's all I want in life. Well, hey man, good on you, mate, as they would say. Good on you. So, psychology and mindset is 80%. Absolutely. I've heard that, like, in the game of golf, it's 95% mental. And I truly believe, because, let's see, I high-five the mirror every morning before I leave the house and say, I love being me dude, that's powerful. That is powerful. That's what I'm talking about. You got to high-five the mirror, dude. I love that, bro. I love that. Game on. Try things like that, standing in front of the mirror. Game on today. Let's go. Boom. Let's go. I'm happy being me. Like, you got to reprogram your mind. You've got to reprogram. There's an amazing book I read many years ago called Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. Freaking unbelievable book. It will rock your world. We have this financial blueprint in our subconscious mind, and that's that ceiling I'm talking about. Now, your ceiling could be $1 million a year. It could be. Maybe it's $1 million a year. And maybe that people look at you and go, dude, you make $1 million a year. That's freaking insane. How could you not be happy with that? What's up, DJ? Daniel Joseph Savage Grind is in the house. So, like, that's it, man. Like, if you've got to expand your mind. You got to expand what you're focusing on. If it's $1 million a year, $1 million a month, if it's $1 million a day, there are people out there making way more than that. Way more than that. Bill Gates couldn't live on $1 million a day with his lifestyle. He'd be like, what? That's it? Right? Think about it. Think about it. And he's no different than you or me. If you don't love being you, nobody will love being with you. Amen, dude. Amen. That is the truth right there. Like, you have got to learn how to expand. And I don't even remember what I called this stream. Somebody can tell me. I can't see it anywhere. But whatever, it doesn't matter. This, it was about, I hit some big targets today because I put my intention on hitting those targets. My wife hit some massive targets today also because she put her full intention on hitting those targets. We hit them. Not only did we hit them, we far exceeded them. Way far exceeded them. And so it's all, let's see, always be ready and expect to level up. That's it, dude. That's it. Frank is right, man. He's spitting fire. Y'all need, like, that dude's one of the top car salespeople on planet Earth, okay? Like, he knows. He knows. So when you set a target, Frank, how many cars did you sell today? How many cars did you deliver today? Let's really blow their minds. Because the average car salesperson does what? 10 to 15 a month? I don't even know. I'm not in the car business. I keep saying that, and then Frank Lopes and Lisa Copeland say, no, you are. We've adopted you. But I'm not. I don't know what the average guy does, but I think it's probably in the 10, 15. Marie Cochran, what's up? Frankless Fridays. Dude, so again, Daniel's taking notes. He'll sell. See, that's what I mean. Frank will sell 15 cars tomorrow. That's probably higher than the average car sales guy sells in one whole month. He does that in a day. Like, that's what I'm talking about. And Frank, tell everybody that's not what you've always done. He's not always been there. He has not always been there. As a matter of fact, I've not always been as good at what I do as I am now. I'm telling you, it takes extreme work. And I'm not talking about walking the car lot or making a million more phone calls than everybody else. That's not what I'm talking about. It's all up here. It's all up here. And you can ask Mr. Frank Cranitti right now. Dude, car salesman making, I don't know what that equates to in income, but it's got to be a lot, dude. So like millions of dollars a year. But like, when you're in car sales, in any kind of sales, and you're at the top of your game, dude, you're a millionaire. Like, you're a millionaire. Like, you're either a millionaire already, or it's like coming if you just started hitting your stride. So that's what I'm talking about, man. Is like, once you get this right, once you get your intentions set, once you get Joel Burr, what's up, dude? I talked about you today. As a matter of fact, we need to talk. I got somebody I need to connect you with, man. Daily training and the correct mindset to achieve greatness. Amen. Amen. I know so many people that haven't read a book, or they'll start a book and they don't finish a book. Dude, I read nonstop all the time. I'm always reading something. By the way, I got to tell you something. I got to give a plug to my buddy Chris Saraceno. The Theory of Five. He interviews Grant Cardone in this. He interviews some amazing freaking rock stars. And this book, man, I'm telling you, I'm reading it right now, and it's incredible. It's very, very powerful. Read this book, The Theory of Five. Joel, I was talking with a client of mine about you. So don't change your goals, change your activity. I'll tell you, I agree with that. But there's times when I've had a goal, like I've had a goal of and he's home by 5. Frank is home by 5. That's right. So he can watch the news or whatever, right? So like Frank's home by 5 and he will sell 15 cars tomorrow. And that's not his record. I've seen him talk about selling 20 cars or more in a day. Like 15 cars is not his record. So, but that's not how it's always been for him either. It starts up here, man. It starts right there. You got to fix that. And he said, I'll sell 15 tomorrow. And he's not joking. Like, that's not a joke. That's not hey, I'm going to throw this out there. And boy, I sure hope that, I sure hope I hit it. Oh, he sold 20. Dude, that is sick. Frank, when are you getting on my show, by the way, dude? I need to interview you on my show. I keep trying to get Ali Rita on my show too, man. Y'all are so busy. But anyway, I'd love to interview you on Breakthrough Walls, dude. I think it'd be phenomenal. But like, that's the thing is he's not like, there's so many people that'll say, oh man, I'm going to go make $1,000 tomorrow, or I'm going to make $1,000 this week, or 2,000 or 10,000 or whatever. And they think about it. They may even write it down, but they don't believe it. They don't believe it. And how I fix passive aggressive mindset is the worst. Amen, dude. Amen. So you got plenty of time. Cool, dude. I want to interview you then. Let's work that out, man, for sure. But how do you fix the stinking thinking? 16 and a half years ago, I had the worst stinking thinking on the planet. I was a raging practicing alcoholic, and my life was in a tailspin. I had lost multiple businesses. What's up, Daniel Ocampo? What's going on, brother? My life was in a tailspin. I was a wreck, and I couldn't find my rear end with both hands and a flashlight. And I had stinking thinking. In fact, that's a term that we used to talk about in these meetings I went to. And I'll tell you, it took me a lot of time. The biggest secret from me, this is me, my experience only, nobody else. For me to change my stinking thinking, I had to write, dude. I had to write a lot. I had to write out, I had to write out these I am statements, these positive affirmations, adjectives about myself. Even if I didn't fully believe it, man, at the time, I had to write it out. I had to write it out in the sense of what I wanted to be and who I wanted to be, and do it in like present time. I am a great man. I am giving. I am loving. I am caring. And I have written that stuff, dude. I don't even know how many times. Hundreds of thousands of times. Hundreds of thousands. Writing out things that are positive about myself. And then I also had to look at the people I was hanging out with. Like, that was this guy right here, Mr. 10X, Grant Cardone. That guy, when he personally told me on a phone call, dude, get rid of the negativity, man. Get the negative people out of your life. Get them out of your life, dude. And I'm like, there's not really that. He goes, you need to take a deeper look. Like, look deep. Seriously, look deep. And when I started really looking deep at the people that were around me, man, those people can affect your energy. I mean, it can be one little thing that they say that you don't even realize they're saying. It could be, I used to hang out with these guys that all they did is hang out in the bars and talk smack about women and talk down about women and talk nastiness and I didn't even realize it. I would just like shrug it off, haha, whatever, and I didn't feel the same way, but I would shrug it off anyway, right? That stuff affects you on an unconscious level. And you got to get those people out of your circle, man. Get those people out of your life. Get them out of your life. And you write down these positive affirmation statements. You write them down. I don't care if you don't believe it. Write it down. Write down who you want to be in a positive light. Adjectives, positive adjectives about yourself. Write that stuff down. Write down the things that you're grateful for. Well, I don't have time to write. Well, then you're screwed. I'm sorry. That's at the end of the day, if you don't have the time to write it down and you want to fix this up here, I don't know what else to tell you. I'm telling you what worked for me, what still works for me, because I still get that stuff that comes creeping in, man. It comes creeping in and I don't even realize it. There's a saying in this program they used to say alcohol, because I'm an alcoholic, a recovered alcoholic. They would say alcohol is cunning, baffling, and powerful. And it's the same thing with that stinking thinking, those crazy thoughts of self-doubt, those crazy thoughts of lack of belief. Go watch the interview I did with Vicky Fitch 2 days ago. Go watch that. It was an hour and 15 minutes she just did an event with Jack Canfield. If you don't know who Jack Canfield is, this is Jack Canfield right there. I know the book cover's all janked up, but I've been reading this book. It's a Bible to me. I've been reading this thing over and over and over. I reference this book for stuff all the time. This is an incredible book. And so she just did an event with Jack Canfield. And I'm telling you, the interview I did with her was freaking unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Because she talks about that. She talks about mindset throughout the whole thing. As a matter of fact, she has a book coming out. She has a book coming out called Evict the Bully in Your Head. Dude, you got a bully in your head. I got a bully in my head. I wrote about it in my book. I wrote about the waking up every morning to the judge, jury, and executioner. Waking up every morning to the judge, jury, and executioner. Waking up every morning to the bully. There's a bully up here going, dude, stay in bed, man. Come on, you can hit the snooze button, dude. We don't have to get up. Man, those people will wait. Go back to sleep, dude. You're tired. Don't get up. Don't get up. And then, you know what? All of that stuff I've been writing over and over and over and over and over for so long, all of that stuff starts pouring into my wait a minute. No, we don't hit snooze buttons around here, yo. We bounce out of bed. We, like Frank Cranitti just said, we high-five the mirror. We high-five the mirror and we say, hey, I am freaking excited to be me, and I have some serious targets today, and I'm going to go crush this day. I'm going to crush this day. And you set the intention, man. You got to set the intention with so much freaking fierceness and focus that there's no way you don't hit it. Frank just said it. He said, I'll sell 15 cars tomorrow. And he will. He'll probably sell 17 or 18 cars tomorrow. The truth be told. And you know what? He knows, that guy right there knows that if he wants to really sell 25 cars in a day, he knows how to set that intention and deliver it. Scarlett Mick, how in the world are you? So that's what I'm talking about. We decided today we are finishing these 3 projects. Dude, I'm glad you asked the question too. Obstacles will get out of your way when you're focused. Amen, dude. Amen. We set the intention today that we were going to finish up these 3 websites we've been working on. 2 physician websites and another website. Freaking amazing stuff that we got. And they're done. Took them live today. They're done. They're out of our queue. Man, that stuff clogs up the queue, not getting things completed. And then I set another big target today. And boom, not only did I hit it, I blew past it. So I'm telling you, I was sitting here thinking, man, I want to go live and I want to talk about this because it was intention that helped me blow past that. It was the intention that I set. Jamie Aguilar, how in the world are you? 21 cars in a day, dude. Do you guys, 21 cars a day. Do you know how many car sales people will go to work and work bell to bell tomorrow and not sell 1 car? There will be a lot of them all over the world. All over the world. So, again, it's about setting the targets. If every single salesperson got up tomorrow and they wrote out, say, 20, just start with 20 positive I am statements about yourself. The affirmations, learning how to you got to believe in yourself, man. And that's the hardest part. Once you believe in yourself, once you get past all of the craziness going on up here, man, you can literally manifest anything with intention. And Frank just said it. Once you set the intention, the obstacles just fall out of your way. There are no obstacles. There are no obstacles, man. That's just we make that stuff up. We use those as excuses to justify our failures. That's weak. That's weak. You don't have to be weak. I have this bracelet. I love this bracelet, man. It's offensive to some, but I have this bracelet sitting right here all the time, reminding me not to be weak, man. Not to be weak. You don't have to be weak. You've got to push, man. You've got to set your focus and your intention. I have a vision board that I created. I was talking to somebody earlier today, and I said, man, like this, and this happened. I've been asked to speak. I was literally asked to speak at 3 different events in a 12-hour period. I'm like, what? Like it started at 11 o'clock one night, and by 11 o'clock the next morning, I had 2 other people ask me to speak at 2 other totally separate, unrelated events. And I'm like, wow. But you know what? Years ago, I put on a vision board. Years ago, I put on a vision board. I'm a graphic designer, so I created this thing, a Fortune magazine with me on the front of it in my suit, and I leaned against my logo, I think, and I put on there that I was a speaker that and blah blah all this other stuff, and I was telling somebody about this today, and I said, dude, that thing I created and put on my vision board, I'm talking 15 or 16 years ago. It's all like, it's come to pass, and I'm not in disbelief because I know that stuff works. I'm more blown away. Like, it's just exciting, man. It's exciting to see all of the hard work, all of the failures. I mean, so many failures, so many failures. I mean, I have been through it, man, and I've put my family through it, trying and pushing and believing and falling flat on my face, making bad choices, making bad decisions to do this or and just getting back up and freaking going for it over and over and over, believing that I'm capable the whole time, even with the self-doubt. When that self-doubt creeps in, man, I just start writing. I'm telling you, I start writing. You start writing that stuff out. You dig deep. You can release all that stuff. You can reprogram your unconscious mind. So, like I said, the one book that I absolutely love, the book Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. I highly recommend it. I know some people that swear by it. Obviously, Grant Cardone, he's one of my heroes. The guy wrote the 10X Rule. Sell or Be Sold, I think, is his best book. But, learning how to communicate effectively with other human beings, but more importantly, learning how to communicate effectively with yourself is the most important thing that you can learn how to do. Set your targets every morning and set them with intention. Set them with intention. I'm going to hit this target and I'm going to blow past this target. Go get it. And Frank Criniti, 25, dude. 25. You can do 25. And dude, I will literally, I'll come over there and take you to dinner, a nice steak dinner. Hit 25. Announce on my live stream that you're going to do 25 cars in one day, man. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. So listen, thank you guys. I appreciate all of you. Thank you to everyone who shared this out. Frank, come on, Frank. Work with me, dude. Work with me. I want to be like Frank Lopes, being like, I got the, blah, blah. I want to be that guy. I want to be like, dude, he announced it on my live stream and then he went and did it. So it's because he was on my live stream that he did it, really. I'm kidding. I would love to see you do that, man. But listen, I appreciate you guys beyond anything. I look back 5 years ago when I was nervous as a hooker in church to go live. I mean, I was terrified. And I've done, I finished up my live stream this morning with Matt Koenig, and that was a great interview with Matt. He's funnier than heck. And I saw that I've done 500 Facebook Live videos, and I could have swore it was more than that, but I've done 500 Facebook Live videos. On Periscope, I've done 700 or 800 live Periscope videos. I've been live on Instagram. I've been live on Twitter, and I've seen over the last 4.5 years or so, because Grant Cardone's the one that got me, convinced me that I needed to go live. And it's the best thing I ever did, man. It's the best thing I ever did. Daniel, I appreciate you, brother. I really do, man. You guys need to follow Daniel Joseph, man. Savage Grind is in the house, man. That dude he's something else, man. So follow him, get his book. I probably still, I have your book still, dude. I still have a couple of copies, I think. I know I do. So maybe I need to do a giveaway promo or something. Give out some of those books. I bought 20 copies of his book the day it came out because I wanted to help him get the bestseller. So, Lisa, you were there. That's awesome. Thank you. There was a time 9 years ago I said I will never get on social media. Dude, right? I know. I've said the same things, man. I've said the same things. Glenn, thanks for being here, man. You're sharing your time with me. I genuinely appreciate that. So listen, just set your targets, man. Set the targets and put some intention. I know you did, dude. Congratulations, man. Best-selling author Daniel Joseph. Set the intentions. Put some ferocious intention behind your targets that you're setting. And don't change the goal. I agree with that. But if it's weak, and as you grow and your mind expands, right? As you grow and your mind starts to expand, there will probably come a time in Frank Crinitti's career when he's like, you mean you're only selling 21 a day? What? That's weak. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But like when your mind expands, and I'm not talking about just like, I'm talking about when you see how much is possible. Like there's literally no limits to it. There are no limits to it. I saw a YouTube video. I follow this guy on YouTube named Tucker Gott, Gott. Go check out his YouTube channel, y'all. Like that dude, he's a paramotor guy, pilot. We had hours. We did. Oh my gosh. Jamie sent me this taffy from where was that? It was from the was it Santa Monica? Anyway, and I would eat this taffy and get this sugar rush that was like out of control. And apparently I got a little goofy, but anyway, this dude, I was like, don't be so focused on your goal you can't see other opportunities. Boom. Dude, I love that. See? I love that. Frank, you got it, dude. I gotta get you on my show, man. So like I'm talking about, for me, on a daily basis, it's about the energy and the intention that you put behind it. Don't just set a goal and then sit back and wait. You got to set a goal, believe you're going to hit that goal, and give it everything you've got with all of your intention. That's what I'm talking about. And intention has nothing to do. The intention has nothing to do with how hard you're working. Like, I'm going to swing the axe faster to chop this tree down. I'm talking about the energy that you're emitting out of your body, out of your mind, the energy that you have focused on that target. So Santa Cruz, that's what it was. That's right. That's the best taffy in the world, by the way. And I'm out, Jamie. But anyway, listen, you guys have a great night. It's late now. I've been on here 42 minutes. What? Okay, I'm out. Listen, you guys have a great night. Thank you for being here. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Have a great night. Frank Crinitti, let's talk, dude. I'd love to have you on my show as a guest, man. Jamie, thank you for being on here. Daniel, thank you, my brother. I appreciate y'all. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.